To make a kiosk work, it needs three things. It needs a profile name, a username assigned to it, and a menu configuration. Kiosk configurations is where you make that happen. In this section, you can add a profile or edit and remove existing profiles, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. But before we do, I'll just flag this now. This central username here is not a username for a person, but a username for a service account, and we'll see that working shortly. Notice also that there is some consistency in how these have all been named. Take, for example, the library kiosk profile. It's named library kiosk, the central username or service account is named libkiosk, and the menu configuration is called libkiosk. There's a fair chance you'll find this kiosk in the library. You might like to consider a similar method for naming kiosk profiles and usernames to keep identification simple. Let's take a look at this first one, the front office. It's a fairly simple dialog box. Notice that the kiosk profile type is for students and visitors. Now, this username is the one that I was referring to previously, and this is actually a service account. Each kiosk profile needs to have a service account attached to it. I'll just go through this dialog box first, and then we'll take a look at creating service accounts. To access this kiosk, you can specify a PIN, and then you'll need to choose a menu configuration which you set up in the previous section under Menu Configurations. Here you also have options to enable or disable a camera, the virtual keyboard, and the manual search. I'll click Cancel. To create the service account I was just talking about, click on the Setup icon and choose Manage Service User Accounts. The service account for the library kiosk, which we talked about a moment ago, is this one. You can see this is where the username has been assigned. It will also require a title, first name and surname, and you can keep these fairly generic. The restricted function is set accordingly to an attendance kiosk. So with these three things, a profile name, username, and menu configuration, you can customize each kiosk for your local needs.